everyone. So today's reading, we're going to get some messages from Spirit and messages from your passed on loved ones, hopefully. That is the goal anyway. Obviously, loved ones can't come in for every person who will be watching this video, but for those who do get messages from your loved ones, I hope you appreciate it. It's a wonderful gift. And if you want to drop a comment down below and just let me know, that's always wonderful to hear as well. For those who don't get a message, don't feel like this reading isn't for you, because Spirit is still speaking to you through them in some cases, bringing messages in that will help everyone. And of course, Spirit has their own messages as well. All right. We have the Four of Cups, and I'll read the words on these cards because they have words on them. It says contemplation, apathy, delusion. Four of Cups. We have the Devil card, and it says addiction, dependency, fear, temptation. We have Justice, and it says cause and effect, truth, fairness, and one more. We have the Page of Buttons, which is the Page of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. And it says obstructionism, laziness, superficiality. All right, we're going to start with these. I've got more cards to come, but we'll start with these. See if I get any initial messages for you. Give me just a sec while I take all this in and just listen for any messages to come through. All right, they're talking here about fear, which is fair, given the Devil card. But they're talking about a fear that's within you. Hold on. They're saying it's a fear of success and a fear of failure. It's like you're almost equally concerned about both. What happens if you're successful? What happens if you fail? They're saying, what happens if you're successful by accident? Or what's happened if you fail because you messed up? So they're telling me these are some of the fears in your head. So I hope that if that resonates, then certainly this is a reading that you want to stick around for. Anything else on that for now, Spirit? Go with the... Okay. They're saying go with the one down the middle. I don't know that I know what that means exactly. What does that mean? Okay, well, we talked about two different kinds of fears, right? Fear of success, like succeeding by accident, or fear of failing by your own mistakes, which is really on the extreme of both sides, and kind of self-defeating. And they're saying go down the middle, like let those fears fall to the wayside, like let them fall away. Steer through the middle of that to get where you are meant to go. We're saying that's the message here today. But there's more messages, so let's keep going. But that's the gist of it. All right, so for starters, you have the Four of Cups. And it says contemplation, apathy, disillusion. They're saying you're wanting to know what's coming. You're wanting to see the future so that you can change things before they happen. That's fair. That's fair. Don't we kind of all want that? But they're saying that's not reasonable. You can't always know what's going to happen. Like, even the best psychic on the planet can't always know what's going to happen, nor should they. They're not meant to know everything that's going to happen, and neither are you, neither are we. We're meant to know enough to keep us going, to keep us energized, to keep us satisfied and inspired, but we're not meant to know the whole story. And so there is this feeling here of wanting to know the whole story, like somebody lay it all out for me so I can see how it looks, see if I like it. And if I don't like it, then I can start moving things. And they're saying that's exactly what we don't want you to do. And that's why we keep some things a secret. It's very interesting. Okay. And then we move on to the Devil card. And this is the fear that they're talking about. And it's also, it's a fear of control, as well as a fear of what happens if, right? What happens if I succeed? What happens if I fail? What happens if I screw up? What happens if they think I'm better than I am and I can't live up to that? What happens if? They're saying it's not real. This fear is not real. It feels real, and it can take over your whole body and your whole mind and your whole life if you let it. But it's not real. None of this is, to be fair. It's all an illusion. But without getting too woo-woo, at the very least, your fears are not real. They're saying it's just your subconscious mind trying to trip you up, trying to get you to backtrack, trying to get you to give up. It's just your subconscious mind. They're saying it's not us. It's not you. It's just an illusion. Okay? Anything else on that? Okay. All right. Well, they're giving me an image. I don't believe this is any sort of person in spirit, but they can correct me if I'm wrong. But it's kind of like a horror movie sort of image where there's a closed door and like we're in a hallway or something like that. Hallway. And like, forgive me all, it's like this tidal wave of blood comes like crashing through the door and spilling out into the hallway, and like this blood is like, anyway, it's so unreal, right? Like, just to see it in my head, it's like, it just screams of horror movie, but it doesn't, like, there's nothing in me that's actually afraid of that, right? Afraid of that happening, or afraid that that could possibly be something real. It's a horror movie. And they're saying that's what you're living right now is a horror movie. You're concocting these scenarios of good, of bad, of too good, of too bad, of everything in between, and worrying about every little option. And none of them are real. Nothing that you're imagining will happen is going to happen, including the good stuff. Because what's happening for you is beyond imagination. And it's better than you think. So the next time you get afraid of stuff, like, try to picture the cheesiest, like, horror movie you've ever seen. that isn't real. It's so bad, it's funny. And just remind yourself, this is just a horror movie. And not a good one even. Okay, moving on. We have the Justice card. And the words on here again, cause and effect, truth, fairness. They're saying you're getting what you deserve. You're going to get what you deserve. Fear or no fear, it doesn't matter. What's coming for you is meant for you. And you are not going to scare it away. And neither are your fears. So trust that good is coming. And they're saying if you are fearing that when I say you're going to get what you deserve and you think, oh, great, I'm going to get something terrible because that's what I deserve. They're saying again, that is an illusion. You're not terrible. You're not any of the horrible things that you interject into your brain and tell yourself intermittently. You're none of those things. You deserve good things. You deserve success. You deserve love. You deserve appreciation and abundance and truth. And these are things you are going to get. You just have to let it happen. And don't worry so much. Okay? All right. Before we move on to the last card, they're wanting to let someone through. So go ahead. I'm gonna let a loved one come through. Give me just a sec. Mm-hmm. Okay. They're showing me someone sitting on a rug, and it's a child. It's like a young girl. And what I was seeing initially was like this pinafore kind of like poofy like dress that little girls wear, and I just saw it like go up and like whoosh down onto the floor as she just like plops down, sitting on this rug, and I'm seeing this round rug. And this, okay, this little girl is like, this is someone in spirit. This is someone's child or sister. It's a loved one in spirit. And they're wanting to bring forth a message. And they're showing me this girl with like these square blocks. And she's building them like this tower. And okay, it's not her speaking, just to be completely honest. It's not her speaking. I'm hearing somebody speak for her. So I don't know if this girl was maybe young, that she didn't have a large vocabulary, as you knew her. Not that they can't translate, messages through anyway. It's not that, but again, everybody communicates differently here as well as there. So someone is speaking for her. So just know that. But they're saying, like, her message is don't build this tower too quickly, because it will fall down. It will just fall apart. It'll get wobbly, and then the pieces will fall. And you have to start all over. Build it slowly. And build a base so that each step is stronger than the next one because of what it's built on. because of what is built under it. They're saying that that's what you need to build your blocks slowly. So, I mean, this girl coming through is a message for someone watching this video. Is there anything specific she wants to say? She's like waving her hand like this, like waving her hand. Okay, I mean, this is heartbreaking, but she's saying, "Hi, Mommy. I'm good, Mommy. I love you, Mommy." That's what she's saying. I'm building blocks so that you can see it. Ugh, that's heartbreaking. I can't even. Oh my God. I'm so sorry for whoever lost this child, but she is precious and very, very wise. And she is one of your spirit guides helping you build these blocks for your life. Now, if this isn't your person, the message is still for all of you, for all of us, right? To build slowly, meticulously, one level at a time. Don't just stack, because one wrong move and it all will fall down. They're saying that's not how you build a legacy. You can build a tower like that, and when the tower falls, the tower falls. But that's not how you build a legacy, and legacies are meant to last. And what you are doing, or what is coming for you, is of the stuff that legacies are made. Wow. Okay, that's incredible. It's incredible. All right, thank you for that. All right, so let's talk about this last card, the Page of Buttons reversed. Obstructionism, laziness, superficiality. They're saying this is more about not getting started and not following through. You're starting something and getting bored or distracted, or you don't feel like it. You're starting something, but you're not following through. Like you do a little bit and then move on. And maybe come back, and then maybe don't. They're saying it's like building your tower very haphazardly. They're saying we want you to pay attention to what you're doing, how you're doing it, when you're doing it. And they're saying, say that again. They're saying when you feel like doing it, do it. When you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway. If this is your purpose and this is your passion and this is your dream and your goal, do it even when it doesn't feel right. When you don't feel like it, do it anyway. That's how you get there. That's how you build a legacy. Interesting. Okay, we're going to pull some more cards, get a little more information about these areas here, and see what else comes through for you. Okay. Just one? Okay. All right. For starters, we've got the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have the Four of Swords reversed. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Fool. All right. So with the Four of Cups and the King of Wands reversed, you're spending a lot of time wanting to know what's coming. Focused really on like these unknown outcomes and trying to decide, what am I going to like? Remember, we talked about this. Paired with the King of Wands in reverse, this thing that you're doing in trying to see the future and control it is like killing that fire within, because you're overanalyzing, you're overthinking, you're over worrying, you're over everything except like moving forward. And it's just sort of keeping you glued to the ground. Okay. Anything else about that, Spirit? They're saying something is not serious. What are you saying is not serious? All right, they're saying serious, but I don't know that that's the word I would use. But they're saying you're not serious about your perception of what's happening. I would say you're not clear with your perceptions. Or maybe you don't feel serious about what you're thinking. These ideas, these perceptions that you have, maybe that they're just sort of nebulous. And so you're not taking it very seriously, but it's still causing you to stand still and not move forward. They're saying it's like lighting a match and sticking it in the sand. It's not going to get you very far. It's not going to build much of a fire. The fire goes out immediately. Okay. And then we have the Devil over the Four of Swords reversed. Again, it's this feeling of you can't make the changes you want to make because you're restless. This Four of Swords energy in reverse is very restless. And it's the fear that's causing you to feel uncertain and out of balance. I mean, you may be even experiencing like insomnia and not being able to sleep at night, worries going through your head. It's not the Nine of Swords, which is the constant worries card, but it's still a card of not resting. So physically not resting, but also energetically not resting. Like your energy is always agitated. You might not be agitated, but your energy is out of this worry, this concern over what's going to happen. And it's just creating like these weird ripples in your energy. And they're saying it's just not conducive to getting things done, to moving forward. And neither is the fear. Okay, and then we have the Justice card over the Two of Pentacles reversed. Again, like I said, you're going to get what you deserve. They're saying you can't expect to do it all. They're saying, but you're not dropping the ball. You're choosing a ball to carry forward over the finish line. And that's the difference. You know, the Two of Pentacles is often a card of juggling. And in reverse, a lot of times it's, you know, juggling gone wrong, right? Dropping a ball. But they're saying in my head, but that's not, in this case, that's not what it is. It's part of that is your fear of dropping a ball. But what they're really trying to emphasize is that it's about choosing a ball. Instead of juggling two, it's choosing one and saying, this is what I really want. And then you will get it. That's when justice comes in. That's when, you know, fairness takes hold and cause and effect. It's, you get what you deserve, but you have to decide, what is it you really want? You can't decide the outcome, right? That's not in your hands. You can't decide how things will, you know, turn out exactly. That part they want you to let go of, but you can decide, this is the path I want to take. Given two choices, and you may have two choices in front of you, or that may come up, but given two choices, and you can't feasibly give 100% to both, when do you decide what's most important to you? That's when you will get what you deserve. When you choose. And they're saying, we're not saying you need to choose now. If it's not the right time, we're not saying choose now. But if you're wondering when will I get what I'm praying for? They're saying when you make that decision and you act on it. And when the time is right, you will know. Okay, anything else? All right, they've got somebody else that wants to come through, but they're saying do it after we talk about these cards. So, Page of Buttons, which is Page of Pentacles, in reverse over the Fool. We talked before, the Page of Buttons is in reverse. It's you like not getting started or just getting distracted. And again, part of that is this not having fully committed yet to what you want, right? But with this Fool card, they're saying, let go and go. Stop stalling. Stop waiting. Again, this doesn't mean you need to make this decision and make this life change, right? Immediately. But if you are if there's something, for example, there's something that you love to do that you hope someday to turn into a business, or you have some passion project that you want to pursue, or a book you want to write, or whatever it is. You know, maybe there's a degree you want to get that you've been putting off. You don't need to cut ties with other things and make that decision and move forward now. They're saying, we're not saying you can't, but we're also saying you don't have to do that right now. What you do have to do, though, is stop spinning your wheels going nowhere. Take some concrete steps. Start building that base that we talked about with the blocks. Start building that base so that when the time comes for you to take this leap and jump into your future, you have a solid base to land on and you're ready. So maybe you're doing like some freelance work or some side job and you're juggling 2 jobs. They're saying there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're wondering, when am I going to make it big doing what I love? It'll happen when you make a decision and you take the leap. And you'll be the most prepared to do that if you turn this page of buttons around, get rid of this devil, start taking actionable steps, even if there's little ones. Start taking steps toward your future. Build that base so that down the road, you'll come to a day when you're like, you know what? This side job thing, this freelance thing might not be everything yet. I might not be making enough money or have enough customers or clients, but I've saved and I've got money in the bank and I've been working on it and practicing and getting little customers here and there. You will know when you're to the point where, all right, I'm ready to take the leap. And that's when everything changes for you. They want you to be ready to take the leap. They don't want you to do it haphazardly. But they are saying you're more ready right now than you think you are. You just have to get your head in the right place. All right. Now, hold on. I know they said they had somebody that wanted to come through, so let's see what we have here. Go ahead, Spirit. All right, what they're showing me, and obviously this is going to be symbolic, but maybe it will mean something to someone. They showed me Sleeping Beauty laying in a Sleeping Beauty's bed. Very Disney character-esque, and no one wakes her up. No prince comes and kisses her and wakes her up. She gets up on her own. She sits up, stands up, and starts walking forward. And that is a very clear message on what we're talking about here is no one can do this for you. Only you can do it. And when you decide to stop resting, and rest is important, not knocking it, but when you're ready to be done resting and you're ready to start moving forward, no one's going to do it for you. You have to get up. You have to sit up, stand up, take that first step forward and keep going. So it's a very symbolic message. But Spirit, tell me if this, they're saying it is someone's loved one who's bringing that message through. So someone may have a loved one who really loved Disney, really loved the Sleeping Beauty. I don't feel this is a child coming through. Their energy is not a child energy, even though I'm getting cartoon images. This feels like a grown-up energy. It feels female, but honestly, it could be male. Like a male with like some noticeable female energy. We all have male and female. Like sometimes we have like very masculine women, and sometimes we just have men who have that softness to them, to their energy, that feminine energy. So it could be a woman, could be a male with like a feminine aura. I'm asking if I can see this person or if they can show me anything else. Can you show me anything else? All right, they're showing me a man, actually, or at least someone in like like knee trousers with socks. Like, I don't know if this is a costume or this is a real, somebody who is from, I don't know. Anyway, this is someone who is just bowing, like they have a hat on, they bow, they take their hat off, and stand back up. Is this the person spirit, or what are you showing me? Okay, what's the message? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that was. I said, what's the message? And they said, the message is to be ready for anything. So I apologize to, like, this loved one is somebody's loved one. They're making that clear to me. I don't know if it's this man who's bowing, or if they're just doing that to catch me off guard, which is okay. Because I feel like they're telling me that's not them, but it's this person anyway is not showing me what they look like. So hopefully someone here has a loved one and recognizes their energy and their love of the Sleeping Beauty in Disney. Because I'm not getting anything else, but at least you'll know that your loved one came through and wanted to share this message with you and with all of us. So we're grateful for that. So thank you for that. Anything else, Spirit? Not yet. Okay. All right. Got an oracle card here. These cards I read strictly intuitively. They don't have any words on them or anything. They have a number and a picture, an image. So we'll see what we get. All right. I'm going to let you look at the image. It's card number 22, and I'll describe it in case there's anybody who's not looking at the screen. So it's a picture of a young girl, and she has apples, or actually I think it's candy, like red balls of candy, like scooped up in the skirt of her dress, and she's surrounded by candy planted in the ground, and she's letting these balls drop, and there's this little tiny little white deer licking one of the candies. Okay. They're wanting me to compare this to the dropping the ball analogy. You only have to keep the ball or balls that you want the most. Let the rest go to somebody else. So I'm going to put this in context, and then please, the context may or may not be your context, but hopefully it will help you understand what they're trying to convey with this. So back on the analogy of doing some freelance work or doing like some side work in addition to your full-time job. The day will come when you have taken enough steps forward and you've made the decision, you're ready. You're going to let the full-time job go and take a chance, take this leap of faith and follow your dream, follow your heart, and go do this thing for yourself. We call, in some ways, like we've been calling it dropping the ball, but you're not actually dropping the ball. You're allowing somebody else to fulfill their dream by letting go of a situation that isn't meant for you long term, maybe meant for you now, but in the big picture of things, that isn't your dream. This over here is your dream. By letting that go, for instance, that full-time job, you may be opening the door for someone where that job is their dream, or it's their next step toward their dream. So they're wanting you to keep that in mind, that we're all connected. And if you hang on to balls that don't belong to you out of fear, you could inadvertently also be like slowing someone else down in achieving their dreams, because that door is meant for them. That ball is meant for them at some point in time. So if it helps you when the time comes to take the leap, to rationalize it, try to remember that by leaving a job that is no longer fulfilling or right for you, or is your dream or your passion or your goal, by leaving that job, you are creating an opportunity for someone else who is meant to step into that opportunity. Okay? All right. And I'm going to lastly pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card. They're telling me to stop. Okay, hold on. They have someone else that wants to. Okay, there's somebody coming through. They're giving me the image of a teacher. I don't think what I'm seeing is your actual person. But possibly. So I'm seeing a woman. I'm terrible at guessing ages, but I'm going to say between 30 and 50. And she's wearing a skirt and a blouse, and her hair is kind of up like in a clip. It's like light hair, maybe a light brown or a dark blonde. And she's got glasses, and she's in front of a chalkboard. Okay. And what is she? What is she? Tell me again, Spirit. She has a message. Okay. Please share your message with us. Thank you. She's saying, what do you want for Christmas? I used to ask my kids that. What do you want for Christmas? Let's make a list. I want to see what you want for Christmas. And like when the list is done, we're going to cross off the things that you don't really want. You just think you want. Because you only get to have one. Like, if I told you could only have one thing, what would you eliminate from this list? And she's saying, I'm not saying you would only get one thing, but if I did, what would your number one thing be? That's what I would give my students. The opportunity to tell me what they wanted most in the whole wide world. Anything they wanted. Make a list as long as you want. But then I'd make them cross off the alternatives and narrow it down to one thing. Not for someone else. Not to impress your friends. What do you want? And she's saying, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to go to your list and jot down everything you want. Every single thing you can think of. What do you want for Christmas? Sky's the limit. Now go back through that list and cross off everything you can't live without. Or cross off everything that, sorry, I got that wrong. Cross off everything that you can live without. Sorry, that can live without. Cross off everything you can live without until you're left with one. And what does that list look like? What does that thing, what is that thing? What does it say? And she's saying, it says who you are and what you want in life. and where you're going. How you get there is up to you with the help of us. But we're not the deciders. You get to decide what you want for Christmas. We just help you find it. We just help you get it. And like right now she's jumping up and down and clapping. I'm not exactly sure why. But if this is your loved one in spirit who was a teacher who probably worked with, I'm assuming, younger students, but I don't know that for sure. But she was very happy and very insightful and very wise, and said things that made you think, as she just did, I think, for all of us. Because that was a pretty powerful, I hope I remember it after this reading, because I think that was a very powerful message for anyone to hear. And she's just like taking her hands and like blowing a kiss to you. So if this is your loved one, she is very special. Big smile. Someone I absolutely would have loved to have known in life, for sure. So feel blessed that, hopefully you did. All right, thank you for coming with that. Okay, let's get one last card here. Nope. What are you showing me? All right, they're showing me a dryer. Somebody, I feel like this is siblings. Like you have a sibling possibly in spirit. But when you were young, there was a situation with the dryer. I don't know if they put you in the dryer, or you put them in the dryer, or you put something in the dryer that was not supposed to be in a dryer. And whoever was in there, part of me even thinks it's a cat. I can't see what's going in the dryer. I just know it should not be going in the dryer. And whoever this is very upset about it. Everyone was okay, but somebody got in trouble. It's funny. It's a funny image. So hopefully, I don't know if that's somebody you know in spirit. I'm sensing they're just wanting to say hi and let you know that they're here. And letting you know that these messages are for you too. And I'm just hearing, please listen. Please listen and do as they say. We're all here for you. We're giving you what you need, but you have to decide first. So similar to what the previous woman was saying. You have to decide. And we'll help you. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. Your last card is card number 2, and it's Yin. And I'm going to read from the book. They're asking me to read the protection message, so I don't. Okay. It says, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. Really interesting that it brought in the message of, teacher and student, and gift and gifts. But of course, the bigger message here is You don't have to control it. You don't have to be the one to make it happen. Just allow. They're saying allow us to give you what you need, to get you what you deserve. And that's how it works. All right, anything else, Spirit? Okay, well, this is a long reading. I hope you guys stuck it out to the end and got the messages you needed throughout this 50 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching this video and my other videos and subscribing and liking and commenting. It all helps these readings get out to more people, which just serves Spirit's goals as well as my own. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time, y'all. Bye-bye.